Smart Weld. Stronger, safer, smarter. Introducing the new Smart Weld pedestrian barrier. Stronger, safer, smarter. At ZND, we're committed to providing products that offer you better performance, strength and safety through innovation and continued investment in state-of-the-art manufacturing techniques. A recent substantial investment in our automated pedestrian barrier manufacturing line further demonstrates this commitment. Unparalleled testing processes and rigorous quality checks ensure only the most reliable products reach you and your customers. Hire companies often specify our panels over competitors because of their strength and durability. The key benefits. A new improved hook system means that once installed, the barriers can only be dismantled from one end, preventing unauthorized removal. Our patented strengthening bar dramatically improves the strength of the V-foot design. An improved foot design has removed any sharp edges, preventing serious injury occurring should a crowd manage to push over the barriers. The improved shape of our new fence has eliminated possible frame weld failures and looks great too. The smaller aperture between infill bars creates a more secure fence, which more than satisfies recent European legislation. Our new barriers have been totally redesigned to reduce the amount of welding, which reduces the potential of rust and removes the need for overpainting. All our barriers are rigorously tested to ensure both the infill bars and feet are able to withstand even the toughest conditions. We can now also offer the opportunity to brand your entire order so you can keep track of your assets. Stronger, safer, smarter. Let's show you our manufacturing process. First, the external tubes are sorted and orientated to ensure no weld or forming is carried out on the weld seam. The barrier is formed from two sections, which are later joined together. By reducing the diameter of the tubing on opposite sides, this allows the two halves to slide neatly inside each other, creating a very strong final connection. The tubes are then fed through to the bending machine. This machine bends both the top and bottom halves of the barrier fence, creating a smooth, rounded barrier on all four corners. Both of the bent sections are positioned in the hole punching machine. This pierces holes along the main inside edge of the tubing, which will later hold the vertical infill tubes in place. The bent section that will form the base of the barrier is then sent to a station to add indents, where the feet will be located. These indentations allow for a greater contact area when we later weld the feet in place and makes for a much stronger weld. The feet are manufactured from the same diameter of tube used in the main frame, which is then flared and shaped to form a square end that is cut to fit snugly into the indents formed on the frame's base. The feet are then passed through to a welding machine, where they're lined up with the indentations and welded firmly into place. Each barrier consists of two pairs of feet welded in an inverted Y formation to give the barrier stability when in use. To add a final piece of strength and rigidity, the patented cross brace is then welded between the 2 feet, adding considerable strength and ensuring that they won't spread under load. The main outer frame is now ready to be pressed and locked together with the vertical infill tubes. The infill tubes are cut to size, in line, then fed through to meet the outer frame and aligned with the holes previously punched in the frame. Next, the machine brings both halves of the outer frame together around the infill tubes. To create a really strong fence, the holes previously punched in the frame are of a slightly smaller diameter than the infill tubes. This provides an interference fit between the parts and creates a very strong grip. The grip created by this manufacturing process would be enough to hold the entire fence together. But at ZND, we prefer to go that step further. To ensure the panel will pass our rigorous testing, we next weld the 2 center infill tubes into place. This will ensure that the panel stays locked together through even the toughest of applications. The joined barrier panel is now ready to have our new connecting hook and eyes added. The patented hooks are also manufactured in line during production. The barrier is now passed through to be fully tested. We first tried to pull the fence apart by applying a force equal to more than 500 kilograms to the internal infill tubes. And then we test the legs to ensure weld integrity. This testing process allows you to be fully confident that your barrier is as tough as they come. We are now able to label and brand all our pedestrian barriers. And we also mark all our barriers with a unique identifier to help you keep track of your assets and to confirm that the barrier has passed our testing process. Finally, the finished pedestrian barrier is bundled and ready for delivery. Each barrier from start to finish in under 40 seconds, which means you can now get your order faster than ever. The new SmartWeld pedestrian barrier. A new connecting hook mechanism. Foot strengthening bar. Improved foot design for safety. Improved shape eliminates weld failure. Smaller aperture between infill bars. New manufacturing techniques reduce welding points. Rigorous testing to ensure strength. Opportunity to brand your barriers. A vastly improved barrier. Stronger, safer, smarter.